The stage was set. The seventh meeting between the Stars and the Colorado Avalanche in Dallas. Game 1 was a tight and gritty battle. Chance after chance and great saves by both of the goaltenders until... And then... The Stars are in a hole, seeing their season spiral, losing 8 in a row. Can they fix it before it's too late?
The Florida Panthers have won their first cup. Listen and look at the sound of a Stanley Cup champion.
From the Lone Star State, the Dallas Stars in game number 2 look to tie up the series against the Colorado Avalanche, who lead the series 1-0. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Max. Delighted to have you with us here tonight in Dallas, and it's going to be a very interesting one for sure. The Colorado Avalanche winning 5-1 in game 1 of this best-of-7 first-round series. Nathan MacKinnon with a 2-goal performance and assist, and he had a 3-point night in game number 1, and he had a very good game overall. The Stars looking to improve here as the intros are about to happen here in Dallas. We'll send you down, and let's hear the audio from Dallas. As the American Airlines Center is about to explode in energy.
This place as the players hit the ice for game 2. What an environment.
It is loud in American Airlines Center.
Later starts.
It is a electric atmosphere in Dallas. Lindell and Cece starting on defense for the Dallas Stars. Rantanen, Johnston, and Ben, the third line for the Dallas Stars, starting here in Dallas. Captain.
This place can't find.
It's a loud building in Dallas, Texas, and they're ready for some playoff hockey, looking to tie the series up at 1, going to Colorado. Let's go to Selena Ray.
To honor all the men and women who have served our country, would you please rise if able and welcome to the ice our Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket and City Credit Union hometown hero of the game, United States Army Sergeant First Class Joseph Brookshire. And now to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, our own Selena Ray.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the we watched were so gallantly streaming that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's Selena Ray, 20 straight seasons with Dallas, and she sings the anthem so good. 18,000 plus at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. I'm Max. Delighted to have you with us here. The starting goalies for tonight: Mackenzie Blackwood, who had a really good game one, 23 saves on 24 shots. Jake Ottinger, not the best, 19 saves on 23 shots. Jake Ottinger looking for a bounce-back game. Mackenzie Blackwood trying to leave off where he left off in game one. This is game two of the Western Conference quarterfinals between the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. And it's going to be Lehkonen, McKinnon, and Natchez. Taves and Makar to start. And against Ben, Johnston, Rantanen, Lindell, and Ceci. See if we see a big step up by Jamie Benn at all. We'll see. Landeskog did take warm-ups. We thought for a second he was going to play. We're underway in game number two. Johnston wins the faceoff. The crowd loud here in Dallas. Sent back into the Colorado zone. Makar on his backhand turned it over in the corner. Taves trying to get it. Pressured by Ben on the back check. Natchez will clear it out to center ice. Ceci will retreat and get it. And that is picked up here by Makar again, who passes it across for Taves, his defensive partner. Stretches it up. Natchez looking. Sends it along the boards for McKinnon. On his backhand, driving behind the net. Still with the puck on his backhand, leaves it. Taves, a shot from the blue line was wide. Ben lays a check there on Natchez. McKinnon along the boards has some trouble. The puck was in between his skates. Centering pass deflected out to center. No icing. Taves retreats. Stars and Avalanche go for changes. It is now the top line for Dallas. Granlund and Hintz to Donov. They ran this top line in game one. As here's Brock Nelson, addition from the trade deadline from the New York Islanders. Shot from the point was denied by Ottinger in our first whistle of the game. Jake Ottinger and Pete DeBoer, 11-5 after a loss in the last two playoffs. That's the third best in the National Hockey League. With the Dallas Stars, the shots are 1-0 in favor of the Avs. It is the top pairing, or the second pairing, Harley Labushkin, with the Duchesne Sagan Marchment line, which was so good before Tyler Sagan went to hip surgery and had to miss a bunch of time. He left in December. From the blue line, a shot save made by Ottinger from distance, and we get another whistle. Sagan did a lot. His doctors even surprised how fast he recovered. That's how shocked the doctor was, and the drive by Tyler Sagan wanting to come back to play a National Hockey League game again against the Avs, and the perfect timing too. They got a game in for Tyler Sagan before the playoffs happened. Got it in Nashville, a 5-1 loss for Dallas. They have been not so good. They lost 7 in a row to close the season. They've lost one here in the playoffs. That's 8 in a row, including the playoffs. They're looking to right the ship before it goes down because the Dallas Stars really need a win here on home ice. The crowd is packed here at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Avs, Nichushkin, the former Star, who had no goals in his last season with the Dallas Stars, before going to the Avalanche. Huge hit at center ice by Marchment on Gerard. Nichushkin saved by Ottinger on the blocker's side. So far, it's been physical, been intense. Stars trying to get the advantage early on. I'm hearing that the Caps and Canadiens are in overtime. Our first overtime of these playoffs. He's going to be in Washington. Montreal was down 2, and they have came back in the third period. Some vibes from that 2010 playoff where the Montreal Canadiens won 3-2, I believe, in Game 1 of that 2010 series. Wonder if it's a history-repeating situation there in Washington. Granlund cannot win the faceoff, but poked it out to center, and Girard will have to retreat for the Avalanche. Here's Eric Johnson, who came from Philadelphia, was on that 2022 Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche team. He has come back here to try to add some depth into this defense for the Avs. Dumped in by the Stars, Hintz pursuing. Johnson gets checked there by Granlund. Kiviranta, another former Star, scored the Game 7 overtime winner in 2020 during the bubble, even had a hat trick. Here's Dadonov with some speed now through center. Back checked there nicely there by Manson. Bischel in his second playoff game, along with his Texas Stars defensive partner, Petrovic. A tumble along the boards. They're stuck along the boards. Blackwell drawing into the game. This is his first playoff game with the Dallas Stars. Stretch pass couldn't connect there as Steele pursues for the puck. Manson trying to get it away from Steele. Here's Beck behind the net. Beck looking. Shot. Save Blackwood. And he covers. And a little bit of physicality right afterwards. Blackwell's just trying to go at someone right now. Blackwell exchanging punches with Drury. And the crowd got up immediately when Blackwell did that. That's where he's really good at. Physical attributes for Blackwell have been very crucial for this Dallas Stars. Fourth line, they grind. They have a lot of effort. They have driven plays before. I think Blackwell might have hit the linesman. We're less than 3 minutes into Game 2. Colorado, Dallas in American Airlines Center. The crowd is standing here. Shot off the faceoff was blocked by Rantanen. Looked like one of the Avs were slow to get up. That's intercepted at center, but regathered here by Ceci. Deflected it. Trying to get onside was Rantanen. Here's Jamie Benn into the zone. Gets crushed there by McKinnon. Benn is slow to get up. Here's Natchez the other way for the Avalanche, driving the play into the zone. McKinnon across, wide open shot. What a save, Ottinger. A huge save. He was wide open on that far side, and Ottinger make a huge pad save on Lehkonen. But McKinnon took down Jamie Benn. That would have been a good sequence there for Dallas if McKinnon did not just level Benn. That is one of the, I mean, you got to give respect where respect is due, but man, what a way to drive Benn out of the play. And then a huge pass by McKinnon to, I believe, Lehkonen. And a huge save by Ottinger. The shots early on are 3-1 in favor of the Avalanche. Devon Taves off the faceoff. Makar from distance and a save. It hobbled wide of the crease. It is cleared out to center. It deflected off a body. Stars really need the first goal here. They only scored the power play goal when they were trailing by 2. They have not led once in the series. Nelson stolen away by Marchment. And here's Sagan. Tyler Sagan drops it off for Marchment. Goes across for Duchesne off his skate. Duchesne. Now Sagan off the pass from Duchesne. Rimmed it all the way around to the point. Harley rims it around again. Sagan let it go for Duchesne in the corner. Pressured. And Makar will intercept that. And he passes it across to a wide open Taves in his own zone, and they'll just retreat. So far, the Avs had the advantage in the shots, but it's been a pretty even game, in my opinion. It is a crucial game, too, for the Dallas Stars. Devon Taves with the puck, looking for an option to start the breakout. He passes it for Kiviranta, who deflects it back into the corner. Bischel, Petrovic will clear it to the line, not out. Held in by Girard. Shot went wide of the net. Miles Wood drawing into the lineup for the first time in the series. Stolen away. Here's a chance down low. Oh my goodness, what a chance. And what a defensive play by Petrovic. Coyle with the chance in front of the net. Huge hit there by Hintz along the boards. Gerard, now Beck on his backhand. Stars crowd starting to stand already. Beck held it in. What a hold in by Oscar Beck. His first season with the Dallas Stars, coming from the Texas Stars. Beck again goes across for Ceci. He shoots from distance and deflected off a body and slowed down right in the slot. No one was there in green. Lindell will deflect it back into the zone. Dumped in. Manson pressured. Along the boards is fought for. Steele gets roughed up there by Manson. Lindgren almost lost it, but he gets it back. Made sure he got of it, and then almost Jamie Benn took it away from Lindgren again. Coming from the Rangers off a trade. And the crowd not liking how Lindgren is taking his sweet time. Here's Manson now with the puck. The Avalanche trying to drive into the zone. Manson moving in, trying to drive to the goal. And here come the Stars the other way. Could be an odd man rush the other way. Jimmy Benn. Oh, that is way offside. He was trying to avoid a check. Crowd is standing. We'll go to commercial. We're more than 6 minutes in, pardon me, into the first period of play in Dallas. It's scoreless at American Airlines Center. We're back, everybody. Game number 2. Jamie Benn last year in the playoffs against the Colorado Avalanche. 2 goals, 5 points, 2 power play points, and 13 hits in last year's second round series, where the Stars eliminated the Avalanche in 6 with the Matt Duchene heartbreaker. And Jamie Benn was a part of that game 6 with the tying goal in the third period. A very nice move danced through Georgiev, who is no longer with the Colorado Avalanche. Jamie Benn is 3 away from tying Matvechuk in most playoff games in Dallas history. Medano with 135 is the record. Zubov with 114. Yeri Lettinen with 108. Matvechuk with 107. Jamie Benn right now is at 104. The captain of the Dallas Stars. He's been the captain for a long time. He's played with the team since 2010. Off the faceoff, one here by Makar. Passes it up the middle of the ice. Deflected back in. Jake Ottinger slows it down behind the net. Ceci trying to get it. Pressured off the puck by Lehkonen. And here's Mikko Rantanen the other way. The former Av. That's been the storyline in this series. Will Rantanen be a factor? Lindell holds it in. Sends it low. Johnston centered. It's still loose. Jamie Benn couldn't poke it in. Lindell holds it in once again. Circles it around for Benn. Wrap around. Oh, it went through the crease. And the other way come the Avs. Natchez disrupted there on the pass for Lehkonen. Jamie Benn with the disruption. Eric Johnson gets leveled in the corner by Johnston. Here's Marchman moving in. He's open. He's taking some pressure from behind. Centered off of someone in front of the net and missed wide on the slap shot. The one-timer potentially. Here's a driving play for Johnson and a save by Ottinger. The trailing Johnson trying to get on the board for the Avalanche. Lindell held in it twice on the blue line. The first one was barely onside. Jamie Benn with the wraparound through the crease. Man, oh man, was that close. Then the trailing Johnson with a huge save by Ottinger, though. Gotta stop the Avs rush. That's one thing Dallas needs to control, the Avalanche rush, especially when McKinnon's out there. Harley now will play it, deflected, can't clear it. Hintz, now Ceci moves it up for Granlund. Goes cross-size, that pass was intercepted. The Donov couldn't get it, and it's chipped back in. Behind the net, Harley had some trouble with it. Backhands it off the glass, out to the blue line, not out though, and now it is out. Lindgren passes it for defensive partner Manson. Nichushkin with the puck. Drops it back, Manson. Coyle chips it in. It's the line of Coyle, Kiwi Ronta, and Miles Wood who is drawing into the lineup tonight. His first playoff game with the Avalanche this season, a huge hit along the blue line. And then Tyler Seguin intercepts a pass. Marchman had some trouble. Tries to move it up for Seguin, that couldn't connect. He'll still send it in deep. All 5 Avalanche are in their own zone. And Girard will start the rush up for the Avalanche. 2 Stars up. That's a trip, and that's going to be a penalty upcoming to the Stars. The one thing the Stars needed to be better in was discipline. But Marchman takes a tripping. And the Stars are going to go to the penalty kill. And the Avalanche are going to go to the power play, the first power play of the night. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is a trip. That was close. That was a close one. 11:41 to go in the opening period. McKinnon's out here. He got a power play goal in the last game in game 1. Had an empty netter in game number 1 as well, and he had an assist on the first goal by Arturi Lehkonen, which was a weird one. It was kicked in, but it was not intentional. 1 for 4 in the power play, 6 shots in game 1 for the Colorado Avalanche. Stars are going to kill this off. They killed off a 5-on-3. Makar at the blue line dancing, goes across for Drouin. McKinnon goes low, it deflected off the paddle of Ottinger. Having some trouble with it, Natchez fell down. Makar gets it back off the pass from Drouin. McKinnon looks, delays, shoots, scores! Nathan McKinnon again on the power play makes it a 1-goal lead for the Avalanche. And the troubles that the Stars have had on being disciplined comes back to bite them here in this power play. And Nathan McKinnon again with another power play goal. And the Stars trail once again. And Ottinger looked like he had a piece of it, and he didn't get all of it. Looking at this, oh, wow, that was a stoppable one. Ottinger had it, and it went through. Wow. The most playoff goals in the last 7 seasons, pardon me. Nathan McKinnon with 46. That's a lot of goals. The next up behind them is a 3-way tie with Braden Point, Leon Draisaitl, and Brad Marchand. See how the Stars respond here. They only have 1 shot in almost 9 minutes of this first period, and they need to be better. This is a must-win game here at home, and they need to tie this one up. Ben will shoot it back in. Rantanen trying to get it. There's a whistle. It was, I believe, offside. And it looks like, man, it's just a nice shot by McKinnon. But the Stars in this one really need to win this one for sure if they want to take this to maybe a 6th game, a 5th game. If the Stars do win this game, they'll have a game 5 here in Dallas. But, I mean, without Robertson and Miro Heiskanen for the Dallas Stars, it's been a pretty tough task, and they've lost 8 in a row. The morale hoping to go up. That's a 3rd goal of the series for Nathan McKinnon. That's something you did not want to have for sure in this series. Let Nathan McKinnon score a lot of goals. And he's already gotten 3 goals in 2 games. Out center, Johnston passes it across for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen on the backhand save, rebound. Johnston just jumped over his stick, the puck. Man, oh man, Johnston, if he settles that one down, Looks like he got the tying goal. Ceci has to go back. Natchez, and is poked away by Ceci on a diving play. Johnston flips it out to center ice. Here is Dodonov, and they whistle it down for a hand pass? I'm not sure. Rantanen with a chance on the backhand, and Johnston just jumped over his stick. Man, oh man, was that a gaping net. The question would have been if Ben might have even blocked Johnston's shot if that was released. So Rantanen with the second shot for the Dallas Stars. They're trailing by 1 here in game number 2 of the first round series. Stars have a lot of time, though. They need to take advantage, though. This is not the Avalanche team from last year, for sure, with Georgiev. Shot deflected to the corner, back to the blue line. It's cleared out to center. Dodonov trying to pick it up. Dump back in. Lindell will get it. Moves it up for Granlund, who will just dump it in. Chip in the chase here. Manson, Hintz throws a check on Manson. Brock Nelson moves it up through the middle. It's Drouin. Deflected. Bischel behind him. He has to go back. Off the end boards. Petrovic goes back for Bischel. Surveys an option behind the net. Pressured by Kelly in front. Here is Sagan. Moves it up for Matt Duchene trying to cut through. And it's cleared out immediately. The Stars have just been clogged up again in the trying to enter the Colorado zone, while the Avalanche have just smoothly moved in. Chance down low on the backhand. My goodness, what a save. Might have hit the goalpost. I believe that was Charlie Coyle again. Shot blocked. Pardon me, that was, I believe, Natchez maybe. Or Drury. Pardon me, Drury. That's going to be another icing on Dallas, and a start that the Stars did not need. They get here. A penalty. A power play goal by Nathan MacKinnon. 8:46 left to go in the first period. It is 1-0 Colorado. And the Stars just leaving a man wide open in Drury. And a huge save. He just hit the goalpost. Drury, if he does not hit the post there, would have made it a 2-0 lead in the first period. We had no first period goals until Nathan MacKinnon's power play goal. Here's a chance in the slot. Shot on a good pass. Makar and Lehkonen. Someone went down. That's why there was no one in front. Duchene and MacKinnon getting tied up. Shot, rebound. And Bissell takes it away. Maybe an odd man rush for Dallas the other way. Here's Sagan looking. Marchment trying to go back for Sagan. Here's a shot by Steele, and it's blocked. Bishop will go back. Stick behind him. Here is Thomas Harley who will chip it in. Thomas Harley having to drive the defense here as Miro Heiskanen's out. He's out for this game too. He has been skating with the team, or skating by himself, I believe. 8:05 to go. That goes into the bench, I believe, out of play. 8:05 to go. Nathan MacKinnon. Power play goal. 1-0 Colorado in game 2. We are back, everybody. Game number 2, 1-0 Colorado at the moment. And we just figured out right now, I just saw the score. We had an overtime game in Washington, and the Caps won that 3-2. I'm not sure who won the game, though, who scored the game-winning goal in overtime, but a quick overtime in Washington gets them a 1-0 series lead. Lyubushkin, deflected, steal, can't clear it out. Pressure by the Avs again. Eric Johnson shoots from traffic, save made, a big rebound into the slot. Stars trying to counter the other way. Beck will chip and chase. And Gerard trying to get through, trying to move the puck up. Here's Beck, he's been hard-working so far in the game. Lyubushkin holds it in. Rimmed it all the way around again, but no one's there. And Kiviranta will pick it up, trying to clear it out of the zone. Still can't get it out yet. Harley trying to hold it in the blue line, he does. Harley deflected out to center as McKinnon was up there, and that's going to be no icing. So far in the game, its shots are 7-2 in favor of the Colorado Avalanche. And the Stars need offense, and now. They really need it. If they're going to play like this for the rest of the game, they better hope they get a bounce. Ceci moved it up. Jamie Benn trying to get it along the boards in front of the Dallas bench. Nichushkin sending it deep into the corner. Ben pressured by Drouin. Nelson trying to get it away, and it is cleared out to center. Wyatt Johnston, big factor in that Vegas series last year, looking to be a big factor in this one. Wyatt Johnston lost it. Lindell has to go back 3-on-2 the other way for the Avalanche. Nichushkin looking. Shot into the glove of Ottinger. 6:25 left to go, and the Stars really need to pick up the tempo here. Stars down by 1. Nathan McKinnon with the goal on the power play to make it a 1-goal lead, and kind of a soft one there by Ottinger. Just squeaked through a little bit between the glove and the pad. And that's how we get our first goal of the game. Dallas looking to respond. They need to respond in this game number 2. They need a game 2 win here. Dropping the first 2 at home with you're the Central 2 seed, and they're the Central 3. Only home team in the playoffs so far to not win their game 1. Dallas has lost 8 straight game 1s, collisions there, and no penalties taken, as Matt Duchene went down initially and then tripped up Natchez, but the Duchene had just fallen down for some odd reason. I think someone tripped him up, they just let it go. Duchene will bank it in. 6 minutes left to go in the first period. The Stars have only 2 shots on goal. Not something you want to see. They haven't been able to get the puck much here in this first period. Kelly will drive it into the corner. Petrovic deflects it up. Moves it up for Granlund. Dropped it off to Donoff to Hintz with some speed and a save. The top line without Robertson, it's just Hintz out there with Granlund and Donoff. This was actually, I believe, these were on at least Granlund and Hintz were on a Finland line, I believe, in the Four Nations face-off. And I don't know what that was. They just iced the puck. I don't know what the play was there, but Bischel just banked it off the boards, expected someone to just magically appear there. No one did, and icing on Dallas with 5:18 to go. So it's looking bleak for the Dallas Stars. It's just one period, but it's been like this for the past, since the Four Nations, honestly. Colorado has played well. They added some great additions, getting rid of Georgiev, getting rid of a lot of players. They got rid of Mittelstadt, and shot from the point, deflection to the netting, and out of play, and we'll go to commercial. 5:11 to go. Colorado, Nathan McKinnon, 1-0. Colorado with the lead in Game 2, and they lead the series 1-0. Welcome back, everybody. 1-0. Colorado leads. We just figured out Alexander Ovechkin had not scored a overtime playoff goal. He has gotten one now. He wins the game less than 3 minutes into overtime in Washington to take a 1-0 series lead for the Capitals. They win it in overtime 3-2. Montreal battling back, could not get the game winner, though. That's our first overtime of these playoffs. And Kings and Oilers are about to start soon, I believe. I think they might have dropped the puck already with the Oilers. Winnipeg, I believe, held on and won against the Blues 2-1. And they take a 2-0 series lead. Face-off won here by Dallas, and Beck will move it up for Blackwell. Speeds in, the fourth line shot, save! Off the shoulder of Blackwood, less than 5 to go in a 3-on-2. Kiviranta driving in on the outside, pressured by Lyubushkin. Rimmed it all the way around behind the net. Drury let it go, and no one was there, and Beck will clear it to the blue line, not out. And it deflected out of play. 4:48 remaining in the opening period. Shots are 8-4 now. Dallas has gotten 2 more. Beck is... Something must have happened here. Oh, wow. They kind of a shoulder to the head there. And Beck is in a little bit of pain on the bench. Stars have been injured-filled this season. After the last 2 seasons, they haven't been really injured. McCarr from the blue line, and the save made by Ottinger through distance. He needs to be big in this game if the Stars want to win this. Here's Natchez in the corner, looking, goes back McCarr, goes across for Taves, a shot through distance. That missed the net wide by a mile. And it's still fought for along the boards. McCarr and Jamie Benn forced it out to center. No one was there behind. And Lindell banks it off the boards for Rantanen. Easily exit out there by Lehkonen, who will dump it back in. Ottinger couldn't slow it down. Tough angle shot off the post. Comes into the slot. Almost came free for Drouin. Shot from distance. Goes into the corner. Manson dancing the blue line now in the slot. Passes it across. A shot and a save by Ottinger. Huge save again. Jake Ottinger has bailed out this Dallas Stars defense as Lindgren is denied by Jake Ottinger on the glove side, and there is some room, and this is a concern for sure. The question is, if the Stars lose this series, they're cup contenders. Does Peter DeBoer get fired? That's the main question. It feels like Peter DeBoer's job is on the line in this game, or in this series, pardon me. They go in and try to get Rantanen. He's going to be here for 8 years, $12 million per year. They get rid of Logan Stanko, and he had a 2-goal game in the Carolina win against New Jersey, 4-1. That looks like that should have been a penalty, and they don't call it. And the fans not happy. Kind of a hold of a stick, and nothing was called. Maybe a 3-on-2 for the Stars. Duchesne now to Sagan. Sagan shoots it wide of the goal. Harley now looking, goes behind for Duchesne. Lost the handle. Shot! Save on the slap shot. Comes back into the slot. Marchment now to Lyubushkin. Shoots. It's blocked out in front of the net. And the Avalanche move it up. Nichushkin lost it at center ice off a change by Colorado. Duchesne tried to drop it off for Harley and is intercepted by Nichushkin getting back. Bish will try to make a pass through, and Nichushkin intercepts and sends it back into the Dallas Stars zone. Bishop lost it. Oh my goodness. Drury looking. Bishop with some 2 bad plays there. Here, potentially a 2-on-1. Granlund, penalty upcoming. Shot saved by Blackwood. And it's going to be a penalty. Rope Hintz draws the call. And with 2:27 left, the Dallas Stars are going to go to the power play. And this needs to be a factor in the series for Dallas. Bishop with a near scare as Drury couldn't get anything as Bishop recovered, and in a 2-on-1, Granlund was actually the one driving the play. Hintz was the one getting tugged by Kelly, and you cannot do that. That's a penalty all day. So, Parker Kelly to the penalty box. The Stars going to their first power play of the night. It's going to be Johnston, Hintz, Rantanen, Harley, and Duchesne on this power play unit. They've had some really good chances on this power play in game 1. 2:27 left to go in the first period. A power play, there will only be 27 seconds left in the period if the power play expires. Rantanen looking, surveying an option, goes back for Harley up top. Back for Rantanen along the circle, shoots, and that missed wide. Johnson tried to slow it down. Duchesne in front, and oh, that was close. Kiviranta trying to get to the loose puck, could not. Stars had 10 shots in game 1 on the power play. Rope Hintz moving in on the outside, rimmed it all the way around, and not enough momentum on the puck there. It's job 4. It is logged, stuck along the boards. Jammed still, continuing to poke for it. And Taves will move it up, and it's cleared out the center and out to the Stars zone. Minute and 7 left to go in the power play, and a minute and a half left to go in the opening period of Game 2. The Western Conference quarterfinals, the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche lead at 1-0, and they have a 1-0 lead here. Stars trying to tie it up here on this power play, but they haven't even been able to set up at all. Harley's been out there for 2.5 minutes. He's going to go for a change. They get Lindell out here on this second power play. 35 seconds to go. Here is Granlund. Ben looking. Open. Ben still looking. Seguin, he scores! On the one-timer, Dallas has tied the game. What a play. Power play goal by Dallas. They've tied it up. What a pass by Mason Marchman. The one-timer by Tyler Seguin. Vintage Tyler Seguin on that one-timer. And Dallas has tied it up. With 53.1 left in the first, Tyler Seguin's first of the playoffs. And Dallas, for the first time in the series, has a game leveled. A little bit of delay here on the face-off. Nothing being reviewed. The Stars have tied it up. And wow. What a blast by Tyler Seguin to tie up this game at 1. A power play goal for each side. McKinnon. And then a centering pass there by Makar. Beck trying to get it out. He does. Blackwell trying to get through. 2-on-1. Blackwell driving to the net and it's stopped. Rebound steal. It's still loose and it goes behind the net. 25 seconds to go. Dallas trying to take the lead into the locker room for the first period. Beck kind of getting interfered there. And Dallas rejuvenated here. Here is McKinnon. Sends it for Natchez and it goes wide on the deflection. Crowd is standing. 5 seconds left. 2 seconds. That'll do the first period. It's leveled at 1 in game 2. Blackwell the opportunity to take the lead, and it was this close. But Dallas, for the first time in this series, has tied a game, and was that close to going in. It just, oh, that was close. Blackwell with a chance, drawing into the lineup. He had 2 chances and then still got a third whack at it. Mackenzie Blackwood holding on the post. But Dallas has tied up the game and are going to the locker room feeling good. We'll see you in the intermission report. The second period coming up next on our after the intermission report. But Dallas, a late goal in the last minute to tie up game 2. A necessary win for the Dallas Stars. And welcome to the intermission report. A 1-1 tie here in Dallas. A huge tying goal by Tyler Seguin has leveled the game up at 1. Intense first period. Shots were 10-8 in favor of the Avalanche after the first period of play. And the goal scoring started off of a power play goal by Nathan McKinnon at 8:48. Let's look at the little indicator here. Makar at the blue line just doing his job. He always just dances the blue line well. Natchez and McKinnon crossing and then fires it in, fires the pill into the net. And it's a 1-goal lead. Makar with the assist with Drouin as well. Seemed like Colorado was going to extend their lead. They had chances for sure. Drury hit the outside of the post. Was very close to going in for a 2-0 Avalanche lead. But power play for Dallas late in the period. And at 19:06, Tyler Seguin ties the game up with a rush into the zone. Jamie Benn with some patience. This is vintage Dallas Stars here. The captain circling behind the net. Marchment to Seguin. And fires the puck into the net with the vintage one-timer that Seguin used to fire a lot back in his prime. But he's still in his prime here, and he's gotten a goal for Dallas on the power play. This is the first time Dallas has leveled a score in the series. The faceoffs have been dominated by the Avalanche. Both the power plays 1-for-1. The penalty kills do not exist in this game apparently. And 17-12, the hits favoring the Avalanche. Block shots 4-2, 7 giveaways by Dallas. I got to clean that up. Takeaways 3-1 for the Avs. And again, the shots are 10-8. It seemed like the Stars were kind of dying a little bit here. But they got a huge power play chance. They took advantage of it. They get the power play goal to tie it up. Late in the period with 54 seconds left to go in the first period, American Airlines Center erupts. And I mean erupts. That whole crowd just jumped on their feet in glee, and it's a 1-1 tie. We'll see you for the second period coming up next. Our first intermission report comes to an end here. Second period coming up next, a 1-1 tie. Or wait a minute, let's look at the scores in the National Hockey League while we're at it, at least. Let's see the playoff scores. All right, so the Jets hold on, win it 2-1. The game winner coming from Kyle Connor again. Back-to-back games where Kyle Connor scores. Canadians came back and tied the game. Ovechkin with the power play goal to start it up. Beauvillier 2-0. Caulfield on the power play makes it 2-1. And then Suzuki late in the period makes it a 2-2 tie. No, Ovechkin had not scored an overtime goal in the playoffs in his career. He gets one here, and he gets a 3-2 win for the Capitals in Game 1. And it's a 3-2 overtime GWG for Alex Ovechkin, his second of the game, second of the playoffs. He hadn't scored last year. He's making up for that this year. Kings up 1-0 over the Oilers in L.A. And Kuzmenko with a goal on the power play. And a 1-1 tie in our game. They just added a shot for Dallas, so it's 10-9. Shots are pretty even. We'll see you in the second period coming up next on the NHL and MHS's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And welcome back, everybody. The second period about to be underway here in Dallas. A 1-1 tie. Memories of this storied rivalry in Dallas and Colorado, facing each other in 1999, 2000, 2004, 2006, 2020, 2024, and now this year for the 7th time in playoff history, the Dallas Stars and the Avalanche have met each other in a playoff series, and this game is tied at 1, a must-win for the Dallas Stars if they want to have this tied going to Colorado. And a big push by Dallas. They had a really good chance with Blackwell driving to the net. But Tyler Seguin looks like usual Tyler Seguin. He does not look like he's bad right now. Seguin, 32 goals in 58 games versus the Colorado Avalanche, regular season and postseason. He scored that shorthanded goal last year in Game 2 to make it 4-0 at home, and that was eventually the game winner. Seguin in the last 2 seasons against the Avs, regular season and playoffs, 11 goals, 14 points, 3 power play goals in 12 games. He has brought the energy to this Dallas Stars squad who needed that tying goal on the power play. Your second period is underway. Devon Toews will pass it across from Makar. Re-entry by the Avalanche. Natchez will rim it all the way around. Lekkonen's open behind the net. Pressured by Ceci from the back check. Natchez and it's moved up here. 3-on-2 for the Stars potentially. Dodonov did not know where the puck was. Johnston and is poked away. Here is Kale Makar into the zone. Passes it across and a shot was blocked by Lindell. To the corner goes Lekkonen. Natchez behind the net. Pressured by Ceci. Pinned him up along the boards, and Johnston trying to get the puck, pokes it away. Kind of got interfered there by Lindgren. Toews will rim it all the way around and send it back out to center. Thomas Harley, that's going to be offside if they touch the Stars, and so they touch up, and Toews will have possession for the Avalanche. Lindgren with the puck moves it up for Nichushkin, deflected, cleared out the center again by Lyubushkin, race for the puck. Rope, Hintz, and Toews behind him. Trying to center it out in front, goes behind the net. Rantanen looking. Rantanen pressured. An Avalanche went down in front of the net. It was Devon Toews and Hintz. Devon Toews gets getting in the way of Rope Hintz. Trying to do it on purpose for sure. Hintz pushed him down once. The referees let him go. And Toews is just trying to draw a call. Here is Lyubushkin wide open, and a glove save by Blackwell. Or Blackwood, pardon me. Man, oh man. That was a good chance as well. Lyubushkin, I believe, does not have a playoff goal. I believe he only has 3 goals in his career. This is his first with the Dallas Stars within the New Jersey game. In the regular season in March, where Thomas Harley scored with less than 5 seconds left to go in the third to win the game 4-3. Petrovic from the line, shot, and they missed the net wide. Bischel on the rebound, and it goes wide. Petrovic keeps it in. Marchment behind the net, who set up Tyler Seguin with the goal on the power play. Duchesne, now to Seguin in the corner, the best line in the National Hockey League. That was in the regular season before Tyler Seguin went out with injury and with the surgery that he had to have on his hip. Along the boards, Kelly, pressured by Bischel, throwing a check as well. Gotta make sure you don't take a penalty here, because the power plays and special teams have been important in this one for sure. Shot from the line, deflected, and it just squirted wide. Oh my, off the outside of the net. Cleared out to center. Marchment trying to get it away from Eric Johnson. Duchesne gets the puck for a second. Marchment has to reset. They get back on side and then lost the handle, and they'll go for a line change. Blackwell trying to drive it in again. Gets sandwiched there by 2 Avs. McKinnon. A check there by Beck. No icing to deflect him. Ottinger. And now Lindell will move it up for Blackwell through the middle. Driving it up with some speed. Lost it at the blue line. He went down behind the play. Here's McKinnon with Lekkonen. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Lekkonen. Save made by Ottinger. Lindell Beck now with the puck will flip it out to center ice. Intercepted there by McCarr. And they deflect it back in. Miles Wood pressuring Lindell. Cece trying to get it away from Miles Wood. Lindell swatted it up in the air. Cece, and now it's Beck. The other way comes Dallas. They'll flip it in. To the corner it goes. Steele trying to get it away off of Manson. Along the board, Steele is squirted free. Steele, centered. Harley fakes the shot. He shoots, he scores! Thomas Harley and the Stars, for the first time in the series, have a lead. What a shot. Thomas Harley with a fake. And with less than 4 minutes into the second period, a great pass by Steele. Harley makes it 2-1 Dallas, their first lead of the series. And the Stars have taken the lead. For the first time in this best of 7, the Stars have a lead. We had almost played 4.5 periods without Dallas getting a lead in this series. Adonov will get it. Gerard, and now it's Drouin who lost the footing. Shot back in by Brock Nelson off the boards. Nichushkin trying to pursue. The Stars, for the first time in the series, have the lead. Thomas Harley with the go-ahead goal on their 11th shot of the hockey game. Trying to build on it is Moore. Ben will send it back in. The crowd erupting here in Dallas. Eric Johnson trying to get it away. Granlund gets it. Along the boards, Rantanen. Granlund lost his stick in the process. Rantanen couldn't get it away along the boards. O'Connor race for the puck. Lindell and Cece. O'Connor gets it free. Centers and shot. Score! The tying goal by the Avalanche. The lead does not stay for the Stars quickly. It disappears just like that. Drury has tied the game at 2. And beat some glove side. That was just, wow. CC getting beat there by Logan O'Connor. Rantanen trying to get the pass, and just as the Stars had the lead, they find a wide open Drury, and the game is tied. Entertaining one here in Dallas. So the Stars' lead does not even last, I believe, a minute. Their first lead of the series does not last long. So again, we're tied. The Avalanche were down by 1, and that goes out of play into the netting. We get 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second period. Thomas Harley with his first, and then Drury ties it. .457 into the second period. Face off in the Avalanche zone. Card, Drury, and O'Connor, I believe, around the slot area to block it. Face off. Hintz trying to win it. Granlund gets it free. Mikael Granlund will send it around. Rantanen looks. Rantanen in front. Oh my, that was close. Granlund was tied up. Here's Petrovic. He shoots through traffic. Rebound. Rantanen. He shot it wide on the rebound. O'Connor again gets leveled by Bishop along the boards. Jack Drury has tied the game at 4:42. Stars lead didn't even last a minute, I believe. Their first lead of the series just goes like that. Rantanen lays a check on Lindgren. Along the boards, Granlund kind of got tripped up. Delayed penalty upcoming to the Stars. Lindgren, he shoots. It was blocked. Still loose. Marchment can't get it, can't touch it up. There's a delayed penalty coming to Dallas for some odd reason. Nichushkin goes low, backdoor. McKinnon fanned on the shot. Natchez now looking, goes across, goes low into the circle, now goes back for Gerard, looking. Goes for McKinnon. Pass across back door, couldn't connect, and Marchment will touch it up. And a power play for the Avalanche again. A tripping, and there was no trip. There was no trip. So from what I saw, there was no trip. I want to see where the trip's at. Rantanen shot on the rebound. Deflected off of Taves' stick. Yep, for sure. Taves doesn't get the stick there. Stars will probably get a 3-2 lead right there. And that's a trip? That's a trip. According to the referees, that is a trip. Wow. And again, another iffy call against the Dallas Stars. 13:51 to go. We'll be back with in the second period. We'll be back. We're back, everybody. 2-2 tie here in Dallas, and a power play for the Avalanche. They're 1-for-1 on only one shot on goal. Nathan McKinnon with that power play goal. It's been the special teams that have helped out here. Makar's shot, loose, and Ottinger makes a save with 13:39 left in the second. Makar's shot from the blue line, and it's stuck into the pads of Ottinger. 12 seconds into the Avalanche power play. Steele trying to get it out, can't. Steele along the boards, and Makar has to go back. That was a 91.9 mile per hour shot by Cale Makar. He is a really good defenseman, probably one of the best defensemen. Here's McKinnon speeding through, cuts through Blackwell. Natchez now goes back for McKinnon, now Makar again. Makar looking, he shoots, oh! Well, it went off the elbow of Ottinger. That was close. McKinnon, center, Nichushkin over the net in the slot, leaving stuff wide open here, and it comes out to center as no one was there at the blue line to hold it in. Makar. Line change for Dallas. A minute left to go on the power play for the Avalanche. Here is Makar in, shoots. It was blocked by Lindell partially. McKinnon looking. Goes back for Natchez. Back to McKinnon again. Along the boards. Cleared out. Here's Hanson. Lindell moves it up. Johnson deflects it in. Trying to go in short-handed. Natchez will pick it up, though. Off a skate, potentially. They'll go for a line change again. Makar now to Natchez. A speedy Martin Natchez. And that goes across for Drouin along the boards. 20 seconds to go on the Avalanche power play. Deflected off the back of the net, and now McKinnon. Nichushkin deflected it away. Here's Beck. Here is Oscar Beck short-handed. Looking. Nice play by the rookie. Here is Harley with the puck, just killing off the remaining time on this Avalanche power play. They do kill it off, and they're 1 for 2. So a huge kill by the Dallas Stars after letting up a goal by Drury to tie the game after they had the lead. Thomas Harley got the leading goal, and then that happened. Here is Hintz trying to room it up for Rantanen. Rantanen's had his chances for sure in this series. He needs to be a factor for sure. Crowd chanting, "Let's go Stars." Ottinger. Now Petrovic. Deflected it out to center. Rantanen trying to cut through Lindgren. He gets taken down, no penalty. Oh my goodness. And then Hintz gets laid down in front of the net. Petrovic's shot deflected wide. Held in by Bischel. Looking. It looked like it was going to be cleared, and it wasn't. Bischel still at the puck. Rimmed all the way around for Granlund. Goes for Rantanen behind the net. Gets pressured by Lindgren. He's on his backhand. He tried to pass it for Granlund, and Gerard is pressuring him. Granlund still has it. Now it's Hintz. Goes back Bischel. Dancing the blue line for Petrovic. Shot. And it deflected wide of the net. Granlund gets taken down. There's still no call. Wow. That's unbelievable. So the Av player can fall down that easily, and then two of the Dallas players can just get held and all that, and that's fine. Okay, well, clearly the referees have found a way to find a balance, and I have not been able to hide my biasness towards this series. We're more than halfway through the game number 2, tied at 2. And Lindell can't clear it out of the zone. Taves gets it back from the pass from Wood. And a shot towards the net, deflected into the netting and out of play. 9:45 to go in the second period. We're more than halfway through game number 2, which is tied at 2. Harley with the lead, and then Drury responds to tie the game up. We're back, everybody. 9:45 to go in the second period. This game is tied at 2. Thomas Harley, 16 goals, 50 points in 78 games this season. Cale Makar, 30 goals, 92 points in 80 games. He leads NHL defensemen with this. An assist, 3 shots, 12:02 time on ice. Harley, a goal and a shot, and 12:11 of time on ice. Harley with the go-ahead goal at that moment to make it 2-1 Dallas. Their first lead of the series only lasted a minute and 2 seconds. Just great patience by Thomas Harley. And you know that was a big goal for the Dallas Stars. But now they tied it up. Jack Drury for the Avalanche, and they get the response they needed right away. So it's tied at 2. This game leveled, and Dallas, second period, 16-11. The shots favoring the Avalanche. Face-off one here. Bodies tumbled down to the ice, and there's going to be a penalty on Kiviranta. And now Kiviranta wanted to go at it with Marchment, the former Star, trying to go against the Stars, and then there's one guy in the crowd in the front row just making... Wow. Yeah, yeah. Well, the Stars are going to go to the power play now. See if they can get the lead back. Kiviranta still going at it. If he doesn't watch out here, he's going to get more. So he goes to the box in Dallas to their second power play of the game. Jared Bednar does not like the call. 9:42 to go in the middle frame there. And Dallas looking to retake the lead on the power play. Got Hintz, Harley, Duchesne, Johnston, and Rantanen. This was not the unit that scored on the power play. It was Sagan on that unit with Ben and Granlund and Marchment and Lindell. Off the face-off, one here by the Avs, and they clear it out immediately. It was Coyle who won the face-off. Ottinger will leave it on the platter for Thomas Harley, who got the go-ahead goal. He has a goal in the game. There's only a shot on goal. Wyatt Johnston trying to get into the fun. Trying to score here. Duchesne couldn't get through, and that's a whistle. And is it another penalty? Was it offside? I'm not sure. I believe it was just an offside. Oh, hit the glass, actually. He actually hit that weird part of the glass where it's curved. So technically, it is out of play. Technically. 9:23 to go. 19 seconds passed in this power play. Or in the power play remaining. Harley. That stretch pass did not connect for Rope Hintz. That's going to be an icing on Dallas on the power play. 9:10 to go in the opening, or the middle frame of this hockey game. Game 2, Colorado leads the series 1-0. The Stars looking to tie the series up at 1, trying to win a home game in this 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. Face-off one here, and Ottinger directs it for Harley. Drops it off for Wyatt Johnston. Passes it across for Rope Hintz. Duchesne. Hintz in the corner. Couldn't send it around. Taves intercepted. 50 seconds have passed here on the power play for Dallas. They haven't had much. Trying to fish it free. 3 Stars in the corner. Duchesne. Rantanen has to go get at the point. He sends it across, and those two couldn't receive the pass from Rantanen. It was too much. Rantanen has been the focal point of this series. Is he going to contribute? Who won the Mikko Rantanen sweepstakes? Was it the Avs by letting him go, or the Stars by getting him? I bet the pressure is getting to him for sure. This is the unit that scored on the power play. Ottinger behind the net. 30 seconds to go in the power play for the Dallas Stars. Haven't had much. Harley to Sagan. Into the zone. Had the goal to make it a 1-1 tie. Held in at the blue line for a second. Poked out to center. And then a collision there by Drury with Coyle. And it prevented an odd-man rush the other way, shorthanded. And the Stars got lucky with that one. Harley moves it up. Sent back in by Granlund. The power play comes to a close. They're 1 for 2. Marchment to the blue line. Ceci held it in. Shot by Lindell was blocked into the crowd and out of play. .35 to go in the middle frame here. Stars trying to get a win here on home ice and tie the series going to Denver for Game 3, where we will probably expect the return of Gabriel Landeskog for the Colorado Avalanche. Stars trying to win the game number 2, a crucial game for the Dallas Stars for sure, trying to go tied to Denver. Deflected into the slot. Rope Hintz shoots, and did it hit the outside of the post? I'm not sure. And Natchez will move it up off a board battle by Eric Johnson. Natchez shoots it. Low shot. Blocked away by Ottinger. Along the boards, fought for. Comes free. McKinnon Spins, still has the puck on his backhand, gets taken down in front of the net. No call. Rantanen moves it up through the middle for Granlund. Drops it out for Rope Hintz, and then the pass for Rantanen deflected into the netting and out of play. 17-12, the shots favoring the Avalanche. Good chances, though. Let's see this Rope Hintz chance. Oh, that was close to hitting the post, I believe. .6:57 to go in the second period. Ben, Johnston, and Dodonov now. They've moved some lines here. They've juggled them. It was initially Ben, Johnston, and Rantanen, and now it's Ben and Johnston and Dodonov, so they split that top line now for the Dallas Stars. Granlund on the pass. Moves in. Shoots, save. Rebound, shot, and it goes wide. And it's cleared out to center. Race for the puck with Nichushkin. Harley gets it before Nichushkin couldn't get it. Harley got taken down. Centering pass in front of the net. Shot. What a save by Ottinger on Brock Nelson. And a little bit of scuffle right afterwards. And another one of those weird ones. Looked like Harley got tripped up by Nichushkin. They did not call it. Let's see. Was that right? Yeah, he did. He slashed him. For sure. It might have not been much, but oh my, was that close to being the go-ahead goal again. Just off the tip of the glove of Blackwood. And that's the bounces the Avalanche have been getting in this series. The Stars have not been able to get those good fortunes. They have played good in this one so far. Defense needs to be big for the Dallas Stars, but it hasn't been big here. CC with a very bad play. Probably one of the worst plays I've ever seen. Deflected up in the air. It's still in play. We've gone so high and hit the Jumbotron. Cleared out to center. Shot back in by Johnson. Ottinger will play it. Petrovic. And it's loose along the boards. And Beck will move it up for Dallas. Off the boards for Blackwell. Chipped it in. Blackwood tipped it into the corner. Pressured Beck. Beck's been one of the best fourth liners out here for Dallas, or in general in this game, even for both sides. These fourth liners for Dallas have generated opportunities. Steal, Petrovic fakes the shot, had some trouble with the puck, goes low for Sagan behind the net, has a goal in the game. Surveying an option, gets angled off there along the boards. Duchesne shoots, deflected behind the net, held in. Along the boards, Marchment centered. Duchesne off the tip of his stick. Sagan settles it down. Duchesne in the corner, let it go. Kiviranta trying to clear it, held in by Ceci. Goes across for Petrovic, a long shift for the Avs. Sagan, centering pass, no one was there. Duchesne gets it now. Petrovic shot, save made by Blackwood. Good shift by Dallas. 5:04 remaining in the second period. It's a tie game at 2 in the Lone Star State. We'll be back with more after this. We're back, everybody. 2-2 tie. Colorado has a 1-0 series lead in the best-of-7 Western quarterfinals. This could honestly be a conference final. Dallas had the lead for 1:02. Then Drury tied it. That was the last goal. Thomas Harley and Drury, the last goals for their respective teams. And it's been leveled since. Opening moments of that second period, we haven't had a goal in a while. Look like for a second we're going to have a goal bonanza in this second period. Labushkin at the blue line, waits, sends it low into the corner. Granlund trying to get it behind the net. Gets pressured, getting kind of hooked there. Labushkin's shot through traffic, delayed, penalty upcoming. And who is it on? It's a slashing, and it's going to go against the Avalanche. On Manson. Right. Oh, wow. Just took out Rantanen in front of the net. Really can't do that. Right here, just... No. Wow. So the Stars going to the power play again for the third time. Manson does not agree with the call. Rantanen's out there trying to make an impact. Drew the call, and he's trying to score against his former team. Off the face-off, Harley at the blue line. The Stars won the face-off. Rantanen looking, goes low for Hintz. Back for Rantanen again. Hintz down low in front. Oh, what a save, Blackwood. Rebound shot. It's still loose. Blackwood, and it's covered. Man, oh man, has Blackwood made some really good saves in this series. Just a perfect setup. Hintz to Duchesne, and it was perfect. Good save by Blackwood. Man, oh man, was that close. That was close. Whew. Man. Highlight reel stop there by Blackwood, and then they made another one. Hintz and Coyle. Delay here on the face-off. Face-off won here by the Avalanche. Devon Taves will clear it down the lane to the ice. .25 seconds have passed here on the power play. Thomas Harley at center. Drops it off for Wyatt Johnston. Moving in. Duchesne. Harley. Shot towards the net, goes wide, and goes out to center. Race for the puck the other way. Coyle and Kiviranta will just dump it in on goal. Ottinger will play it. 4 minutes left to go here in the second period. Here is Wyatt Johnston the other way for Dallas. Drops it off for Mikko Rantanen. Rantanen trying to become a factor in the series, and he gives it away to Girard. He fanned on the pass, though. Hintz trying to give it low to Rantanen and deflected away by Devon Taves. A good stick there. A great defensive play there by the Avalanche. Wyatt Johnston. And then Duchesne couldn't hold it in. A 2-on-1 shorthanded. Here is a pass across and a save made by Ottinger. A huge save. 2-on-1 shorthanded, and the Stars the other way. Rope Hintz into the zone. Pass it to the cross for Rantanen. In front, couldn't get the deflection for Duchesne. Back for Rantanen again. Goes for Lindell. Back for Rantanen. Back to Lindell again. Goes across. Granlund in front and deflected wide. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Rantanen in the slot. Johnston fan on the shot. And in another trip there, Granlund got tripped up. No penalty. Rantanen goes low. Granlund. Back for Rantanen. Goes low again. Off the bench shot. What a save. Another penalty. It was called. A two-man advantage for 7 seconds. Ben with a huge chance and a huge glove save. And another power play for the Dallas Stars. Bednar's not liking it, but that was a clear trip. It was O'Connor who passed it across, and it hit the outside of the net. Ooh, that was close. Rantanen right here for Johnston, who just fanned on the shot. 2:55 to go. A 5-on-3. Granlund getting tripped up there. That's a clear trip. Yeah, I thought for a second they did not call that. So it's Manson in the box as well. There's a timeout being taken here by Dallas. Trying to convert on this for sure. I believe it was O'Connor's in the box, I think. Maybe Drouin, I'm not sure. 2:55 to go is a huge moment in the hockey game. Dallas with a 5-on-3 for 7 seconds, and then we'll have a minute and 53 of 5-on-4 power play time after they had basically a full power play of it. They need this power play for sure. It's a huge kill or a huge advantage for the Dallas Stars. If they get this one quickly, they'll still have power play time. Crowd rallying. Everyone is standing in the lower bowl. I bet everyone's standing in the building. 2:55 to go in the second period. A huge moment in the hockey game. Shots are 19-18. Stars been getting chances left and right. Coyle almost needs to just win this faceoff for them. Stars trying to take advantage. 5-on-3 for 7 seconds. Johnston looking to win the faceoff, and then Coyle will clear it to the line and out. 5-on-3 is killed off. Still a minute and 53 of Dallas power play time. Manson's out of the box. Harley now to Johnston. Into the zone. Pass for Rantanen out of his reach. Taves, and now Manson will clear it to the line. Not out. Harley held it in. And then it is cleared out of the zone. Race for the puck, and Harley was getting a little bit hooked there by Charlie Coyle. Thomas Harley with a minute and 30 left to go. The crowd is still standing here at American Airlines Center. They're 1 for 3 on the power play, the Dallas Stars. Poke checked away again. They're just clogging up that blue line, and it's sent down into the ice again. Stars really need to convert here for sure. Trying to win this game to tie up the series at 1. That's a rocket pass by Harley. It seems like the timeout did not work for Dallas, and it's working more in the favor of the Colorado Avalanche. Less than a minute to go. Here's Sagan. And it's cleared again out to center. Man, oh man, has this power play looked bad for Dallas. Ben with the puck. Moves it through the middle. Into the zone on the entry. Chips it into the corner. Ben will get it again. Goes back to the blue line. Lindell across. Granlund looking. Surveying an option. Lindell shot. Deflected. Save. Ben got a deflection on it. And it's cleared out of the zone again by Nichushkin. A minute and 20 to go. Dallas with 25 seconds to go on the power play. They need to get a goal here for sure. Lindell. Here is Granlund. 17 to go on the power play. Angled off in the corner, Taves. And Nichushkin will clear it out. 5 seconds left on the power play. A huge chance blown by Dallas, and it looks like that playoff power play is still bad. Steal, Marchment, and a shot goes wide. Ceci, Blackwell behind the net. Maybe another last-minute goal by the Dallas Stars. Steal, and it comes free for McKinnon. 40 seconds to go in the period. 3-on-2 the other way for Girard. Trying to pass it for Lehkonen into the middle. Backhander scores! O'Connor makes it 3-2 Avalanche with 32.1 remaining. And after they had so many chances on the power play, the Avalanche convert on a rush, and it's 3-2. And the Avalanche late in the period get a backhanded goal. And they lead it 3-2. They get their lead back. It's a nice backhander there by O'Connor. And it's a 3-2 lead for the Colorado Avalanche. Lehkonen making another good play. And it's 3-2 Avalanche after the Stars have just been dominating this period. It's becoming a worrisome in Dallas. They're 1 period away from being down 2-0 in the series again in the first round. Shot on goal save made by Ottinger. 20 seconds to go. Lyubushkin clears it out to center. The Donov, and then it's sent back in by Lindgren from center ice. Lyubushkin and Ben stretches it up, and then that pass deflected on Blackwood. Save made. 5.8 remaining. And the Stars cannot catch a break. 5.8 remaining in the second after the Dallas Stars had so much power play time. A 5-on-3 for 7 seconds. A 2-minute Both a minute and 53 advantages on the power play. Basically, the later half of the period for Dallas was on the power play. They didn't convert at all. Then Logan O'Connor the other way makes it a 3-2 lead. 5.8 remaining. Ben trying to win the faceoff against Nelson. A huge, crucial faceoff for the Dallas Stars. Ben trying to win the faceoff. It's still loose in the faceoff dot. Wide open. Shot deflected over the net. And that ends the second. And then Bischel is pushing. Lindgren. Tensions flare. Avalanche have the lead after 2. We'll be back on more after this with our second intermission report coming up next. The Avalanche have a 3-2 lead going into the third, trying to take a 2-0 series lead. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Intermission report, real quick one. And the Stars are down 3-2, and Logan O'Connor with a goal to make it a 3-2 lead. Stars had basically 4 minutes of power play time, did not convert, and that's all you missed. The Stars had the lead for 1 minute and 2, gave it up, and the tie game, and we're about to start the third period here in Dallas. Stars need to tie the game or win this game, something to try and tie the series up at 1. They need something quick. They need something now. They need someone to come out. And they need Mikko Rantanen to perform, because the trade now looks really bad. Rantanen has not performed. Logan Stankoven for the Carolina Hurricanes scores 2 yesterday. A weird game in the last game. Lehkonen been a piece of this one. The top guys for the Avalanche. And then this heroic save by Blackwood on Marchment in the game 1. And then a backdoor feed for Taves. 3-1. And the bounces have not gone Dallas' way for sure. This one for sure. This one, just good saves by Blackwood again. He has been on top of his game. Ben with a robbery. And then CC just not making good plays. The defense has costed the Dallas Stars, but also Ottinger has not been able to make any saves, apparently. So the Avalanche with a late goal in that second period, and the Stars need to tie it. They need to. Clearly, if they lose this game, it's done for the season for the Dallas Stars, unless they pull out another 2-0 deficit in a series, which they have done. Last year they did it against Vegas, but obviously you do not want to drop the first 2 games at home. They have done so in one series last year against Vegas. They don't want to do it again. CeCe's been the problem here. He's been probably a -2. He has been one of the worst players on the ice for the Dallas Stars. We're underway. Third period. Stars need a tying goal or something to try to win this game. Makar with the puck, deflected it off the glass, out to center. CeCe trying to move it up. CeCe, and it's intercepted at center. McKinnon trying to get it away from Ben. Pass back for Lundell. CeCe now. Deflected back in, no icing. 30 seconds have passed here in the last period of play, potentially in regulation. Maybe we could potentially see some overtime if the Dallas Stars were to tie it up. It's going to be an icing here with 19:21 to go. (3-2) Avalanche leading it. Game 2 of this best of 7. The Avalanche could be going up 2-0, going to Denver. And the Stars would be in a hole. Game 3 on Wednesday. Face-off 1. Harley looking. Pressured by McKinnon. It is cleared out to center. CeCe now to Harley. Or pardon me, that was Labushkin. Hintz, and now it's Harley. With the puck through center. Some speed. Passes it across for Granlund onside. And all the way around. Mikko Rantanen needs to be a factor in this third period for sure. Everyone is putting pressure on him. He has pressure on himself. Rantanen has not performed for the Dallas Stars in this playoff run so far. Here's Manson, dumps it into the corner. He needs to be big. Ottinger needs to be big. A lot of players for the Dallas Stars need to be big in this third period to try to tie this one up and try to win this one too. Hintz now lost it to Lindgren. CeCe could have held it in, but instead he goes back. Logan O'Connor with some speed, angled off by Lindell. Pressured along the boards, huge hit there. Behind the play, and CeCe, the shots are even at 21. Pass for Marchment. He just can't connect the pass, CeCe. It feels like every single time CeCe makes a pass, he can't get it there. Lindell. Now to Mason Marchment. Shoots it back in from the blue line. Gerard. And then it's fought along the boards for Wood. Duchesne, and now Sagan. Chipped free, goes behind the net for Marchment. And here is Drury. And a huge hit along the glass. Bischel. And here is Sagan with Duchesne. Duchesne over his stick. And the bounces continue to go the Colorado way. Manson will Send it in. Huge hit by Bischel on Manson. That's what I've been talking about. The bounces have gone to the Colorado Avalanche, and the Stars have not gone, or the bounces have not gone for the Dallas Stars. Just look at that Duchesne chance right there. Oh, Beck gets high sticked, I believe, for a second. Bischel with the puck moves it up. Beck will backhand it back into the zone from the blue line. Makar, and now Natchez moves it up through the middle. Lehkonen, Lyubushkin trying to get it away from him. It's onside McKinnon, and the pass was blocked. That would have been a wide open feed for Lehkonen. And it would have been a 4-2 lead for the Avalanche. Here is Steele moving in on the outside, centered, and it goes through everybody. And Blackwell forces a turnover. Here's Ben. He shoots a save. Rebound. It still is on the goal line. They do not put it in. Oh, was that? All right, they might review that. Maybe that crossed the line. They were jamming at it. Lyubushkin with a huge play. Lehkonen was wide open on the backdoor feed for McKinnon, and it just went off a skate. I'm not sure if that was onside or not, though. And then a turnover by McKinnon to Jamie Benn, and did that go in? That's the question. It is, oh, that is close. Oh, no, it didn't go in. Looked like for a second, they might want to review this. Was there, just jammed up along the pads. Ben Fan on the rebound shot. The puck, can't tell where the puck is right there. I don't think it ever went in the net. Close to the goal line, though. A goal line stand by Blackwood. But did that go in? This is another view of it. Ooh. I'm not sure. I don't think it went in. We're waiting the officials right now, I guess, to see if it was no goal or not. Waiting to resume play. Give us the breather here. No goal. No goal. It never crossed the line. Close, though. Stars have a chance. That was pretty close. They needed that break, though, and they're not getting it. All the breaks are going to Colorado, and Dallas is not getting none of them. It's been a frustrating series for the Dallas Stars already, and it's barely in game 2. 24-19, the faceoffs won by Colorado. They have the advantage in the faceoff dot. They win another faceoff. Manson now to Nichushkin. Some speed, and Nichushkin was bothered from behind by Johnston. That's going to be an offside whistle. 16:28 to go. Stars 16:28 from being down 2-0 in the series. They need to tie the game. I mean, there's no more emphasis. There's no excuses. They got to tie this game, or else there's going to be some major changes for sure. If the Stars are down 2-0 and they go incredibly wrong in Denver. Hintz wins the faceoff, and now it is poked up, and Granlund will send it in. Deflected off a Rantanen skate. He hasn't been a factor. Yeah, Rantanen has all the pressure right now. He needs to be a factor in this game, for sure. Here is Mikko Rantanen, speaking of him, and then he just falls. What is he doing? Just fell out of nowhere. It feels like Mikko Rantanen is not playing to his best ability. And this is getting worrisome for Dallas because they gave up a lot. They gave up Stanko some first-round picks, and he's not performing in the playoffs. Should that be worrisome for the Dallas Stars? We will see. Backhanded back into the zone. Johnson, and then Girard will go back for it. Clear to the blue line, not out. Petrovic held it in. Goes to the slot. Marchment was there, couldn't get it. Eric Johnson now. Girard off the glass. It is still held in the zone by Petrovic, and then a swing and a miss by Tyler Seguin to try to hold it in. 2-on-1 potentially here, and a shot goes wide of the net from Parker Kelly. He gets the puck again. Goes back to the blue line for Makar. Cale Makar dancing the blue line. Still has the puck. Circles back. He shoots. Save made by Ottinger. 5 minutes exactly into the third period. Stars need a tying goal. Stars, they need everything right now. Then a little bit of scuffle right afterwards. Bischel, Sagan, and Petrovic getting exchanged with Drury, O'Connor, and Kelly. 3-2 Avalanche leading it. And man, this is interesting for sure. Stars have played better, in my opinion. But the Avalanche continuing to get the breaks that the Stars have not been able to get to. We take advantage of. Game 2. Colorado leads the series 1-0. I'm Max, and it's 3-2 Avalanche over the Dallas Stars. Game number 2. Western Conference quarterfinal. We go to Denver for a Game 3, either 1-1 in the series or 2-0 Colorado in the series. Stars trying to even the series here. Ben had a good chance earlier on in the period. It was close to going in, but it was not across the goal line. C.C. Johnston, and it's cleared out of the zone. Lindell. 14.5 minutes to go in the third period. C.C. pressure from behind. Backhands it into the zone. Here is Miles Wood the other way. Moves it up for Charlie Coyle. The trade from Boston. Shot. Save. No, went out of play, actually. 14-14 left to go in the third period. The shots are 24-23 in favor of the Dallas Stars. Off the helmet of Ottinger, actually, it was a save. Ottinger really needs to be big in this third period for sure. The time is ticking for Dallas for sure. Colorado just trying to hold on. Dallas trying to just tie it up, get this building back in the game. Labushkin, and now it's Harley with the puck. Moves it up to center. Here's Mikko Rantanen moving in. Circles back, centered, and Granlund got the pass intercepted. Oh, that was close. Labushkin has to race back. Ottinger covers it up, though, with 13:58 left to go, and that was close. Mikko Rantanen almost set up Granlund for the tying goal. He was covered, though, by Manson. Good defensive play there by Manson. Easily picked off. Yeah. Got to try a little bit more on that one. So Rantanen's actually here with Granlund and Hintz. Rantanen's here with Granlund and Hintz on this line. Manufactured this first line. They got to try something at least. They're joggling the lines here. Shuffling the lines. They need... I feel like they should put Johnston, Hintz, and Rantanen on the line. See how this works. They need everything. They're trying to do everything. They need to do any line combination. Turned over here at center. Granlund for Johnston. Dropped it off. Why did Johnston drop off the puck? That was a weird play. Lindell will move it up for Wyatt. Johnston gets angled off. He passes it across into the slot for Cece, who couldn't handle it. And Blackwell has to get back, but it's turned over here. Cece held it in. Goes around the net. Johnston. Makar will poke it out to center and out. A race for it. Cece with Drury. More than 7 minutes in here is Wyatt Johnston into the zone. Lost the handle by Makar. Wyatt Johnston has been quiet in the series. Been quiet in the game, too. And Sagan trying to get it along the boards. Wyatt Johnston trying to center it. It's still loose off of skates. Cleared out of the zone by the Avalanche. Is that going to be an icing? No, it won't. Bischel moves it up for Sagan. Poke checked away. Into the middle. Tyler Sagan, a diving play. It would have been a 2-on-1. A diving play by Tyler Sagan. that potentially just saved another goal. Here is Matt Duchene. He got tripped up by his own man, Marchment. He drops it out for Bischel, and his shot was blocked. The other way come the Avalanche. McKinnon, the top unit on there. A pass for Lekin, and he fell down, and a save by Ottinger on the glove side. And oh my goodness, Bischel just took down Lekin, and oh my goodness, Lyubushkin just takes down Natchez. Oh my goodness. McKinnon is not having it with Bischel. Oh my. Tension is brewing in Dallas. McKinnon and Bischel smiling after that exchange. 11:59 to go. The Stars trying to come back from another deficit. A good save by Ottinger keeps them in the game. 3-2. The Avalanche lead it with 11:59 to go. Welcome back, everybody. Most playoff series wins in the last 5 seasons. Tampa Bay with 11. Colorado and Dallas are even at 7. Top 4 teams on the list have won a cup over that span. Dallas is not one of the top 4. Colorado, Florida, Vegas, and Tampa Bay. Dallas is ahead of Carolina and Edmonton, who have not won a cup since that time. In the last 5 seasons, the Stanley Cup banner being showed here in Dallas when they won in 1999. Modano, Yeri Letnin, Zubov, Brett Hall with the game winner in triple overtime in Marine Midland Arena. Beats Dominic Hasek. They're going to need a heroic here. They're going to need a hero here. The Stars will need a hero. Who can be the hero to tie this one up at 3, and potentially who could be the hero to take the lead for Dallas and maybe win this game in Game 2? They got 11:59 left in the 3rd period of play. The Stars crowd rallying here. It's late here in Dallas. Shot from the line was blocked by Lyubushkin out in front of the net. The lane was blocked there by Lyubushkin from the point, that point shot. Marchment clears it. Nelson, and now Manson. Deflected back in. Lyubushkin gets it now. Stars trying to tie the game up at 3. Here is Duchene, onside, circles back, makes some room, and then Harley got it stripped away off the puck. Oh, that was close. Again, the Stars getting closer and closer and closer to that tying goal. Lindgren, Manson. Here is Coyle, who dumps it into the corner. 3-2, the Avalanche leading it. The Stars trying to come back and tie it. They need to if they want to keep their season alive. Because if they go down 2-0 going into Colorado, hopes are not high. Icing. They'll be the first team in these playoffs to drop their first 2 home games. Duchene with the circle, and Harley just had it, and it bounced over his... Again, another example of the Avalanche getting the bounces, getting the breaks. The Stars not getting nothing. Apparently something happened to make the Dallas Stars just not get breaks. They're not getting any puck luck. Face-off 1. Face-off. Here is Makar. A tough angle shot was stopped by Ottinger. Granlund will flip it out to center. Race for the puck. Mikko Rantanen trying to get through 2. Got sandwiched. Here's Rope. Hits a backhander off the pad. Oh, that was close. Granlund to the front, hits over the goal. Rantanen trying to get it. Granlund. Stars trying to tie it up. Held in by Lindell. Sends it to the corner, rimmed all the way around, and Natchez will get it, and McKinnon will move it up. 3-on-2 for the Avalanche. McKinnon leading the rush. Gets through 2. The corner. Left it, and no one was there, and Granlund will move it up. 10:20 left to go in the third. CC shoots it back in. Good chance by Dallas. Rope hints with a backhander. Chance, and then Johnston trying to get a shot away. Coyle off the glass. Where's the puck? It's all the way in the Dallas zone. Dallas has half a period left to try to tie it up. Ben pursuing Girard. Huge hit by Ben. Girard. Here is Johnson. He shoots, deflected, rebound. They score! They've tied it! Evgeny Dadonov has tied it for Dallas! Evgeny Dadonov has tied it. A net mouse scramble, and through the 5-hole, the crowd erupts. And Dallas has tied it with half a period left. It sneaks through the 5-hole. And Dallas has tied it at 3. Along the boards, it's rimmed all the way around, so the Stars find the way to tie it. Here's Ben the other way, poke checked away. Dadonov still on the ice, has the tying goal in this one. Ben will shoot it back in from center ice. Dallas has tied it up twice in this hockey game. Beck is back on the ice. He hadn't been there for a while. Shot save made. Along the boards, it's fought for. Beck off the boards has moved up for Blackwell, the 4th line out here. Stars going for a change. Crowd still standing with 9 minutes left to go in the third period. Lindell will shoot it back in from center. Blackwell lost the handle. Beck is still along the boards. Less than 9 minutes to go. A new hockey game. Lindell's shot was blocked out in front of the net. Stars trying to get back. Lindell off the boards. Here is Steele looking. Beck gets taken down, got cross-checked in the face. No call by the referees. Unbelievable. And the other way come the Avalanche. Nichushkin, and now it's Drouin to the middle. Broken up. Brock Nelson couldn't get it. It's a makeup call because it looked like Brock Nelson got tripped up. They let one go and they let the other one go. Shots are even at 27. The game is tied at 3. Held in at the line by Duchesne. Marchment trying to get it. The crowd just rise back up again. McKinnon stolen away. Here's Harley. Harley back in. Shoots it back in again. Rimmed all the way around. 8 minutes left to go here in the third. Huge hit there by Sagan. Marchment trying to get it. Duchesne looks. He shoots. Deflected. Sagan waits. Shoots. And off the post. This close for Dallas to take the lead late in the third. And he hit the post. Stars feeling it though. Crowd saluting. Deflected to the netting. 7:26 to go at American Airlines Center. Johnston threw it to the net, and Dadonov pots it in for the game-tying goal at 3. And he's given Dallas life in Game 2. 7:26 to go. We'll be back. We're back, everybody. With 7:26 to go in the third period, Dallas has tied it up off a goal by Evgeny Dodonov. And we're tied at 3. Huge chances, though, for Dallas. Duchesne's shot, and then Seguin on the rebound. Hit the post, I believe. Let's look at this one. Oh, right off the outside of the iron. It was not the inner side of the iron. It hit the outside. It was this close to the lead for Dallas. So close. Had the lead once in the game, lasted a minute and 2. Seguin has had opportunities. He has a goal in the game, and he just hit the post. Shots at 29-27. The crowd hasn't even sat down yet. It is still crazy down there at the American Airlines Center in the lower bowl. Here is Granlund. Deflected at center. Here's Rope Hintz trying to move it onside, but Rantanen was ahead of the play, and Makar will move it up. Deflected at center. Stars have momentum. Petrovic with the puck. Plays it off the boards, almost gave it away. O'Connor, who has a goal that took the lead for the Avs, actually. And it is cleared out to center. Race for the puck. Mikko Rantanen trying to get there. He slowed it down. Lindgren. Oh my goodness, Granlund just took him down. Wyatt Johnston moves in. Johnston tried to cut through the defense. Stars trying to enter the zone now. Cece looking, circles back. 6.5 to go in the third period. Stars fans loving it. Stars chants all over the building. McKinnon held in by Johnston. Here's Ben. He shoots and he missed the net. Rebound shot. Rebound Ben. No. Oh my goodness. The Dallas Stars are feeling it right now. Circling in front. McKinnon couldn't get it. Oh my, that was close for the Avalanche. Falling down. Here's Wyatt Johnston moving in. He waits. He drops it off. Ben looking. He's tried to center. It was blocked away. Ben off the outside of the net. Johnston makes a move. Oh, it was poke checked away. Stars are feeling it, though. Harley. 5.5 to go. Harley chips it into the corner. Beck pursuing. Fighting for the puck along the wall. Still loose. Blackwell trying to get it free. He has the puck. Tries to send it back to the point. Labushkin a shot. Save made by Blackwood. With 5:22 to go in the third. A 3-3 game. But man, oh man, is it close. We'll be back. And we are back, everybody. 5:22 left to go in the third period of play. A 3-3 tie. The Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. Avalanche lead the series 1-0. Stars trying to tie up the series here at home to take it to Colorado even at 1 apiece. 3-3. 5:22 left. Third period. Stars have had chances. Crowd has not sat down at all since the Dodonov goal. Johnston with huge chances. Ben with a huge chance and missed the net. It just gets closer. Johnson, then Ben on the rebound. Oh, it was blocked by Johnson. By Eric Johnson. And then, man, oh man, has it been close. Intensity in the Stanley Cup playoffs. What do you expect? Stanley Cup playoff action. Man, oh man. Don't you love playoff hockey? It is intense. Crowd is saluting the Stars. 5:22 left in the third. It is 3-3 in Big D. 31-27. The shots favoring the Dallas Stars. Sagan trying to win the faceoff. Wyatt Johnston Marchman's stick was being held. Sagan couldn't get it along the wall from Nelson. Deflected off a skate, and here is Nichushkin. Drouin shot, deflected, save, and cleared out of the zone. Back into the Avalanche zone. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third period of this game number 2. Lindgren moves it up, deflected. That's going to be an icing on the Avalanche with 4:53 left. Intensity in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oof. Man, oh man, does it make the adrenaline go. Heart is pumping. Tense moments like this in the Stanley Cup playoffs are why these playoffs are the best. Off the face-off. One. It's still a loose shot. Oh my goodness. Blackwood with a huge save. Mikko Rantanen. Oh boy. With the chance off the face-off. The pass by Granlund, and then it was close. That was close. Rantanen with the chance. Man, oh man. Face-off again. Stars trying to hold it in, could not. Natchez will try to send it in, it was blocked away. Granlund now hints pressured by Natchez. There's an offside whistle on the Avalanche, with 4:40 left. Third period, 3-3 in Dallas. Stars win it, they tie the series, going to Denver. Here is Hintz. Got taken down at the blue line. He holds it in, though. What a play. Granlund gets tripped up. No penalty. Wow. An icing on the Avalanche, though. But, man, how is that not a penalty? In the last 5 minutes, it's playoff hockey. Some calls go away. But, man, has Dallas had so many missed calls. A clear trip and it's missed. Wow. Face-off won here by the Avalanche in the Stars zone. Here is Natchez. He passes it across. Shot back in. Save made by Ottinger. It was offside anyways. With 4:14 left to go in the third. Off the face-off, one here by Ben. It's tense. Stanley Cup playoffs. Petrovic. Game 2. Western Conference. Quarterfinals. Dallas and Colorado. Johnston trying to get through. Petrovic regathers the puck. Passes it across for Harley. Now Petrovic and Harley defensive pairing now. They've changed up a little bit of the defensive pairings now. Here is Kiviranta the other way with Coyle joining the rush. Sends it into the corner. Kiviranta trying to get it. And it's not cleared out yet. Manson held it in, and then Harley will clear it out to center. Shot back in by Miles Wood. Harley picks it up off the pass by Ottinger. Less than 3.5 to go in Game 2 in Dallas. Harley deflected it. No icing. Blackwood trying to play it. Did not. He just stayed in his net. Steal. Logan O'Connor can't get it. Here is a chance. A backhander slowed down. Bischel took them to the boards. O'Connor. Bischel got his stick too. Here is Makar from the blue line. Waiting to Taves. He shoots. His stick broke. Labushkin. Less than 3 to go in the third period. Blackwell will shoot it back in. One of the Avs almost tried to hit Blackwell and almost sent himself into his own bench. Almost went for a line change. Lindell. Marchment sends it back for Lindell. 2:40 left to go in the third period of Game 2. No icing. Blackwood covers with 2:33 remaining. And then he takes down Marchment. Wow. Taves got taken down by Marchment and another missed call. The refs are too afraid to make a decision. How does Makar get away with that? Wow, that is pathetic. That's pathetic. That's actually pathetic. Wow. That's insane. 2:33 left to go in the third off the face-off. Shot blocked. Comes back to the blue line. Lindell. He shoots it wide of the goal. Sagan gets it behind the net. It's still loose behind. Sagan pressured along the boards. McKinnon couldn't get it. It's still tied up along the boards. 2:18 left to go in the third period. 3-3 tie here in Dallas. Duchesne is getting held along the boards by Taves. Marchment trying to fish it free. It's still along the boards, jammed up. Makar gets it free, though. Oh, Sagan slowed it down a little bit. Natchez and Cece will retreat. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third period. Here's Esa Lindell. Stretch pass did not connect, but it deflected, so no icing. Lindgren with 1:45 remaining in the third. Harley. And here is Granlund. Stars in to the zone. Rantanen shot, missed the net. Oh, that was close. Harley rimmed it all the way around Granlund. Rantanen, penalty upcoming. They call a penalty on the Stars. Wow. After all the missed calls, after Makar just took down Marchment, they call that. That's insane. Rantanen's shot was blocked. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, that is soft. That is soft. You're going to call a penalty that late in the game? Wow, the referees. 1:26 to go. The Stars have to kill off a 2-minute power play. They need to kill off at least 1:26 of it. And a tough position here. (32-28). The shots favoring the Dallas Stars, and apparently they call a penalty on that, and everything else was not a penalty. Steele. And McKinnon wins a faceoff. McKinnon, 1 for 2 on the power play, sends it low into the corner. Nichushkin centered. Beck trying to get it out, and he will. Out to center. 1:15 left to go on the power play, or in the third period, actually. 1:44 left to go on the power play for the Avalanche. Natchez into the zone. Looking. 1 minute left to go. Drouin goes back. Makar goes across for McKinnon. Less than a minute to go. Makar now to Drouin. Back for Makar. Across it goes McKinnon. McKinnon circles around. Goes low. Natchez. And Lindell can't get it. McKinnon looking to center it. He can't. He's pressured. 40 seconds to go. Third period. Makar now to McKinnon. He shoots it over the net. Back for Makar again. 30 seconds to go in the third period. Power play for the Avalanche. Drouin intercepted. Steele clears it out the zone. 20 seconds left. Steele disrupts McKinnon. Lindell along the boards. 15 to go. Here's a chance. Shot. Glove saved by Ottinger. With 12.4 remaining. 46 seconds to go on the power play for the Avalanche. 12.4. A huge save there on Natchez. A glove save by Jake Ottinger. This third period has been insane. 12.4 left. Face-off won by Johnston. Stars trying to clear it out. They will. Down the length of the ice. 6 seconds left to go. Crowd is cheering. Makar with 3 seconds to go. Stretch pass. Coyle. And that'll do it For the third, we are going to overtime. If it's not the Star, it's just the Stars' way of just, wow. Well, we're going overtime. Man, oh man. The Avalanche of the Stars are going to overtime because why not, I guess. They just, oh my. Well, bonus hockey on MHS. We'll see you after the intermission. Overtime is looming in Dallas. We'll be back. Well, if anyone's up still, we have overtime in Dallas. 10:43-2. Our overtime starts. 34 seconds of a leftover Colorado Avalanche power play, which I was surprised they called it because they usually don't call stuff at the late tail end of the game. They did, and Stars killed off most of it. They got 34 seconds to kill of it, too, right now, and going into overtime. 3-3 tie. Nathan McKinnon scored first. Let's show you the screen. McKinnon, then Sagan. Here's the Harley goal, because we didn't show that in our second intermission. We didn't have one. Just a very patient play by Thomas Harley into the slot, and he shoots it, and he puts it in for the biscuit to win it, or to tie it, or for the lead. I'm so nervous. Then a Jack Drury goal a minute and 2 later. O'Connor along the boards into the slot. Drury scores. Then Logan O'Connor. Then that was after the Stars had a bunch of power play time. Backhand went into the back of the net. And it was 3-2 Avalanche, and it looked like they were going to try to take a 2-0 series lead. Evgeny Dadonov at 10:13. A net mouth scramble puts it to the 5-hole of Blackwood to tie Game 2 up at 3. And Dadonov is a hero right now, at least for the moment, to tie this game and send it to overtime. Ties this game up. Stars need a win here in overtime to tie the series going to Colorado. If they want to have it even going to Colorado, and probably we're going to see Landeskog appear in Colorado. We don't know what the status of Miro Heiskanen is at. Robertson's week to week, so I don't think Robertson will be back for Game 3. Miro Heiskanen, on the other hand, we will see if he's ready to go to Denver or not for Game 3. We will see, though, as we have overtime. We hadn't had overtime all playoffs, and we have it here on the third day of the playoffs. One earlier on in the day with Alexander Ovechkin getting the overtime GWG against the Montreal Canadiens to take a 1-0 series lead against the Canadiens at home. And this game is going to overtime. Colorado and Dallas. Can Dallas tie the series up and win to send it to Denver, knot it up at a pair, or knot it up at 1? Can they do it? We will see. We'll be back on more after this. are back, everybody, with overtime in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Man, oh man, do we love some Stanley Cup playoff overtime hockey. First overtime here in Dallas about to take underway, and see what we see here. And people getting back to their seats. Still coming off a little bit of power play time for the Avalanche. Overtime here in Dallas. The Stars trying to tie up the series. They need to win in overtime to tie it up, going to Colorado. And the power play still ongoing for the Avs for a little bit of more than 30, I believe. More than 30 seconds. Mikko Rantanen serving the penalty. So, see what happens here in overtime. This is going to be stressful. Smelling salts being passed around in the benches. Matt Duchene. 1-1, 2024 playoffs. 2-2, Dallas last year. All playoffs from last year in overtime. Stars trying to win it to tie the series up at 1. Rantanen will serve a little bit of the penalty that's remainder of the power play. The crowd is loving it. It is 11:43 Central Time at night. We are in overtime. Race for the puck, Nichushkin. Into the corner. Goes back to the blue line. McKinnon, he shoots. It was blocked. It's still loose, and Natchez gets it away. Makar with 18 seconds to go on the power play. McKinnon goes low. Makar again. Across. One-timer. Natchez saved by Ottinger. Good save by Jake Ottinger with 10 seconds to go on the Colorado power play. Stars trying to hold on and trying to win the game to tie the series up at 1. Off the faceoff, won by Dallas. They go shorthanded. Steele will just chip it in. And with 5 seconds to go on the power play, Johnston tried to get it away. The power play's over, back to full strength. They're in overtime, 5-on-5. 20-minute period overtime. Not like the regular season where it's just 5 minutes and then it goes to a shootout. Here's a 2-on-1. Rope hints of Rantanen. Hintz shoots and he missed the net. Rope hints a chance to win it in overtime, 51 seconds in, and he shoots it wide. It deflected, actually. Taves actually deflected that. Good defensive play there by Taves. Yep, that deflected. Crowd is standing here at American Airlines Center trying to get the Stars an overtime win to try to tie the series up at 1. Rope hints and Coyle along the faceoff dot. Faceoff won by Coyle. Manson looking to clear it. He will out to center. Rope hints intercepts but gets it back, or the Avs. Bounced on goal save made by Ottinger. Petrovic, and now Harley gets crushed along the boards. Heavy check made there as the Avalanche trying to get the puck back. Harley gets it again. Kiviranta trying to get it out. Cleared out the center ice. Race for the puck here. Rantanen trying to win it in overtime. Pass it across and a hook there, and they don't call a penalty. They put the whistles away again. 3 to 4 blatant calls that have been missed. Stars back in onside, and Rantanen had it off the tip of his stick. Duchene now to Rantanen. Rantanen gets taken down and no penalty. Race for the puck. Lyubushkin back. O'Connor pressured him and it's cleared out the center. Avs going for a line change. Lyubushkin will get it. And it's moved up by the Stars. Here's Matt Duchene. He moves it in. He scored Game 6 overtime winner. Sagan center. Oh, what a save! Oh, my goodness. How did Markman not score that? Wow. Marchman with a wide open chance. Sagan with a great pass. Oh my goodness. What a save. Blackwood. He's been the story in this series. The Stars getting chances. They need to win this overtime though. Shot blocked and then is skipped free into the corner. Dodonov with the puck. Scored the tying goal. Shot off the outside of the net. Ben gets taken down. Nelson. Johnston shoots it off the outside of the net. Ben rimmed it around. Taves trying to get it away from Dodonov. It's still loose where it's tied up along the wall. Fought for. Comes free for the Avalanche. 2.5 minutes have passed here in overtime. Makar stretches it up into the middle for Natchez. Natchez drops it off for Makar. Stars going for a line change. Here's McKinnon. Sends it in deep into the corner. Back door. There's someone open. Natchez, now McKinnon. He shoots and a save. Rebound save. Ottinger made a huge save there. Rope Hintz had it poked away. And in a great defensive play, it's still loose. Rantanen got taken down. No penalty. Shot blocked out in front of the net. Rantanen clears it. My goodness, they're just letting everything go. Avs are getting lucky that they're not getting called. Manson moves it up into the zone. Natchez, and it's cleared out. Beck. Steele trying to get it away. Beck is down on the ice. He can't get up. He's getting hauled down by Manson and no penalties. We're in the first overtime. 3.5 minutes in. Deflected on goal. Blackwood will steer it away and continue the play. Held in by Beck. Along the boards, it's fought for. Steele trying to fish it free. Steele goes back for Ceci at the blue line. Shoots it in around the boards. Blackwell let it go. Shot. Save! Blackwood. And here is a chance for Coyle. He moves in. Shot and it missed the net wide. Stars the other way. 4 minutes have passed here in overtime. Steele can't get it across to Blackwell, and it's cleared out to center. Lindell. Ceci trying to get it away. Drouin off the bench is Nichushkin. Deflected off his stick, and it's cleared out to center. Makar. Taves now. Moves it up. Here's Nichushkin on the outside. Nichushkin circles around, and Ottinger's out of position. Taves, he shoots and it's deflected. It's stopped. Ottinger again. Stars trying to get it along the boards. Marchment trying to fish it free. He had that good chance earlier on in overtime. Here's a chance for Brock Nelson in front of the net. Duchesne takes it away, and Tyler Seguin the other way with Marchment. Seguin looking to Marchment, and he shot it wide on the backhand. He was pressured from behind. Here is Labushkin who shoots it back in. Taves moves it up for Nichushkin. Stars going to get a quick change here as the Avalanche are moving in onside. Natchez poked off his stick a little bit there. Ben across. Still loose. It's cleared out of the zone again by Dallas. It's just chaotic. Lindgren. Avalanche trying to move in. It's intercepted by Wyatt Johnston. Pass for Jamie Benn to try to win it in overtime. He slows up and waits. He gives it. Wyatt Johnston looking. Johnston circles back. Poke to check. Ben, and a fan on the shot. It was poke checked away. Natchez will dump it in. We haven't had a whistle in overtime in a while. Ceci off the boards. Deflected. Chased back by Girard. Girard moves it up. Some speed through the middle. Deflected. Here's Drury. Hintz, and now it's Bischel behind the net. Stars trying to clear it, cannot yet. Still fighting for it to get cleared, and they do. Girard, and now it's O'Connor. He shoot it back in again. Bischel. And it's cleared out the center again. Stars going for a line change, but Makar looking to make some speed here. Makar moves in. Pass deflected away from Coyle. Rantanen trying to get it free. Bischel. Oh, he mishandled it. And here's Granlund who shoots it back in. Blackwood out to play it. Almost gave it away to Steele. And here's Miles Wood the other way. Blackwell trying to send it in into the corner. It goes into the corner. Kiviranta still loose along the wall. Lindell off the outside of the net. Blackwell will move it up. Cleared out to center ice. Taves with the puck. Pass across for Girard in his own zone. Deflected off the boards and out to center. Druhan is back into the zone, and pardon me, in the Star zone. Ceci. 7 minutes have passed here in overtime. Race for the puck. Marchment onside, and then they got to get back. The Stars got to get back here. 3-on-2 the other way. Nichushkin into the zone. He shoots, save made by Ottinger. And it's cleared out again to the blue line, not out. Eric Johnson trying to get away from Duchesne. It rolls to the front of the net. Ceci has some trouble with it, and Marchment will backhand it out to center. Duchesne, it's going to be offside. If they touch it, they will. With 12 and a half to go in overtime. And we get our first whistle, or second whistle of the overtime. Johnston with a chance, and oh my. And then chances for the Avalanche. And another collision there. Nichushkin with this shot in overtime. Blocked away by Ottinger. 12 and a half to go off the faceoff outside of the Colorado blue line. It's won by the Avalanche. Here's Lehkonen. Centering pass did not connect, and Wyatt Johnston tried to move it up for Evgeny Dodonov, who tied the game in regulation. Ben trying to get it away there. Manson gets crushed along the boards. Johnston behind the net, looking. Goes back for Harley at the blue line. He shoots, save! Or might have gone wide. It is cleared out the center. Here's Lehkonen. Pass across. Here's a chance for Natchez, who slows up and waits. Shot was blocked out in front. Could be an opportunity here for Dallas. 2-on-1. Evgeny Dodonov looking, trying to get it to Johnston, and it didn't go. Harley regathers possession, though, for Dallas. At center ice. Deflected at center. Broke a stick. Rantanen onside with Johnston. Granlund looking to Ceci. Blasted his blocked it. His stick broke. His stick broke. 2 sticks have broken on the play. Logan O'Connor with Drury. Jack Drury dropped it. Shot blocked out in front of the net. It is cleared out to center. Will that be an icing? No, it's waved off. Crowd is still standing at American Airlines Center. Cale Makar stretches it up, intercepted, and it's cleared out of the zone. Deflected at center, and Petrovic will shoot it back in. 9 minutes have passed here in overtime. Blackwell gets hit along the... oh my. The refs don't want to call anything on the Avalanche. But they called something on the Stars late in the game. Here is a hold-in by Johnson. Shoots it. Wanted to go off the outside of the net. And a weird carom off the boards. Along the boards it's fought for. Bischel trying to get it free. Steele gets it free now. Steele trying to get through. And it's shot back in again. It was blocked by Eric Johnson, though. Girard. And here's Nichushkin into the middle and is blocked away. Oh, that was close. Here is Sagan with the puck to Duchesne. Trying to go back for Sagan. Duchesne gets bumped along the boards. Marchment with the puck now. He shoots it. It was blocked and goes around the boards. Labushkin trying to get it away. And Nichushkin trying to get it away. There, Sagan steals it away. Shoots it back in and rimmed all the or goes into the corner, goes behind the net. Girard found on the backhand, but it moved up for the Avalanche. Nelson will send it in deep. More than halfway through overtime number 1. Labushkin with the puck. Marchment. And it's sent back in. Manson has the puck for the Avalanche in their own zone. Back out the center. Harley. Now to Donov. Deflected back in. No icing as Ben got a piece of it. Lindgren. Stars got to get back here as the Avalanche look to move it up. Here is Nathan McKinnon moving in, waiting for an option. He shoots it, save. Dodonov. And then Ben, he hopped over his stick. Taves. Back into the zone on the re-entry. McKinnon forced. Oh, Dodonov could have had a chance to get out. Shot was blocked out in front. Comes back to the blue line, and Makar couldn't hold it in. Race for the puck. Dodonov got tripped up. No penalty. Shot back in again. 9 minutes left to go in here in overtime number 1. Taves behind the net. Looking for an option. Deflected back in. Off the boards. Kiviranta up in the air. It's loose. Coyle goes back to the point for Manson, a drive. Blocked out in front of the net. Goes wide of the goal. Kiviranta will get it. Along the boards. Rope Hintz deflected to the front of the net. Coyle trying to get it away. Rope Hintz, or Granlund, pardon me, gets it out. Hintz going for a line change. 8.5 left to go in overtime number 1. Deflected back in. Harley trying to get it away from O'Connor. Harley deflected it away. Here's Rantanen the other way for Dallas. Stars trying to win it in overtime to tie the series up at 1. Along the boards it's fought for. Beck. Gerard trying to get it away. Beck couldn't steal it away from Gerard. Comes to the next whistle. We're going to have a stoppage because of cleaning the ice. Drury shot. Save. Ottinger. Now Bishop almost a turnover. Beck. And now Petrovic picks it up. Dallas. Overtime. 3-3. Stretched up into the middle. Beck will send it into the corner. Beck trying to get it away from Gerard. Steele behind the net. And then it's moved up here 2-on-2 the other way. Labushkin and Lindell are back. Nichushkin drops it up for Drury. He shoots and it hit the outside of the net. Oh, that was close. And then they caromed awkwardly. So the Stars get possession again. CC now Blackwell shoots it back in from the blue line. And Taves will move it ahead for Drouin, who shoots it back in. Harley has to get back. Nelson pursuing him. CC. And it's moved up by the Dallas Stars at center, Marchment. And he can't get a pass through for Sagan. They've struggled to get some passes through now in the overtime, the Stars. McCarr into the zone. Brock Nelson was there in front of the net. Lehkonen. Battle along the boards for it. 6:45 left to go in overtime number 1. Still fought for. Continuing to whack at the puck. Sagan moves it up for Marchment. Marchment will chip it in. Sagan, we're trying to pursue for Lindgren. And it's moved up here by the Avalanche again, who have dominated the possession here. Here's Nathan McKinnon in. Poke checked away into the slot. And here's Jamie Benn the other way. Jamie Benn angled off by Lehkonen. And he got the puck away. Deflecting into the slot. Dodonov looking, waiting. Goes behind the net. Evgeny Dodonov looking for an option. Goes back. Labushkin's drive was blocked. Another shot. Deflected. Ben. Oh, my. Jamie Benn with a deflection, and it was this close. Less than 6 to go. Odd man rush the other way. McKinnon drops it off. Here's Lehkonen. Shot over the net. Granlund moves it up for Dallas. Chips it in. Gerard angled him off. Along the boards, Granlund was trying to get it. Rope Hintz. Is it held in? Yes. Rantanen. Centering pass did not connect. Given away. 5.5 to go in overtime number 1. Coyle send it back in. Bischel off the boards. Where's the puck? Looks like a high stick there. Bischel is down. Oh, no. 5:22 to go, and it looked like Bischel got a high stick. Oh, no. That should be a high stick call. He got high sticked. Oh. He is bleeding. Will we get a penalty? I don't know. May they review this? We're going to have a little bit of break here. They're going to clean the ice now. We'll have a little bit of a break between the action. 5:22 to go in overtime. Number 1. And it's been intense so far. And Drury's stick broke. And that's how it led to the rush for Dallas. And Cece's blast fanned on because it's broke his stick as well. It is now the next day. Good morning. First overtime. Central Time right now is 12:01 a.m. for the Dallas Stars time zone. multiple chances here in overtime. Bischel giving it away here a little bit here as Drury just shot it off the blocker of Ottinger with 5:22 left to go in the first overtime. McKinnon, another rush. Lehkonen shot it over the net. I thought this might have been over. And a piece off the shoulder of Ottinger. Got a piece of it. 5:22 to go in the first overtime. The shots are 37-35. The shots favoring Dallas. 3-3. Game 2. Stars win it. They tie the series up at 1. Have a little bit of a breather here is because the ice was getting cleaned up. .522 to go. First overtime. Dallas and Colorado tied at 3. Game 2. Quarterfinals. Seguin, Duchesne, Harley, Marchment, and Labushkin out here for Dallas. They hadn't been on the ice before the shift at least. 5:22 left. Off the faceoff. A shot from the blue line. Save made. Makar, I believe. Cleared out the center. Marchment trying to get through. He gets held. No penalty. My goodness, they're letting a lot away. Seguin. Look, shoot, save. Seguin again. Duchesne along the boards. Got that Game 6 overtime winner in Colorado. Will he get it here in Dallas against his former team? Labushkin rimmed it around for Seguin. And it goes back to the blue line for Harley, who shoots it. Blocked, loose, shot, loose, cleared. Avs the other way. Nichushkin almost poke-checked off his stick, and then it's held in somehow. Rope Hintz couldn't get it out. Shot deflected, save made by Ottinger. And Harley. Labushkin. Grantanen trying to clear it off the boards. 4:20 left to go in overtime number 1. Gerard held it in. Eric Johnson. Hintz can't get it out. Harley having some trouble with it. Drouin. Now Drury. Gerard waits, fakes. Goes for Eric Johnson. He shoots. It was blocked. Johnson again. He shoots. Deflected. Saved by Ottinger through traffic with 3:56 to go. And Ottinger pushed him. Pushed one of the Avs players. Hintz is tied up with O'Connor. 3:56 to go in overtime number 1. And Hintz's helmet just came off. Shots are even at 38. First overtime. My, oh my, has this been stressful. First overtime, 3:56 to go. Seguin looked like he had it. Oh my goodness, was that close. Then this one out in front of the net. Oh my. Duchesne was waiting for that backdoor feed. He was open. And then Ottinger through traffic. Kelly was in the way. And then swatted at him. And then Ottinger didn't like that and gave him a little bit of a punch it with the glove twice. And that's what caused everything there. 3:56 to go in overtime number 1. Face-off won by the Avalanche. McKinnon. Makar across. Taves goes low into the corner. Along the boards it's fought for Granlund. Or Dodonov, pardon me. Ceci and Ben trying to clear it out of the zone. Here's Wyatt Johnston with the puck. The other way for Dallas. Chipped it into the corner. Johnston lays a check behind the net. Still fought for. Loose. Continuing to fight for the puck. Jammed along the boards. Fishing for it. Still can't pry it free. McKinnon does, but the Stars get possession again. Shot off the outside of the net. Wyatt Johnston behind the net and on his backhand. And Lehkonen will move it up for the Avalanche. Deflected into the corner. Lindell will get it for Dallas. Circles back. Pressured by Lehkonen. There's someone open. Kiviranta. Coyle's there. Beck can clear it to the blue line and out. Less than 3 minutes to go in overtime number 1. Lindgren. Deflected at center. Beck can't get it. Deflected back into the zone with 2:45 left to go. Ottinger. Then Miles Wood trying to get through. Steele. Can't clear it out yet. Stars trying to get it out. Still along the board. It is cleared. 2.5 to go in overtime. Number 1, Miles Wood with the puck. He moves in. He lost it. Here is Blackwell the other way for Dallas. Steele with Blackwell. Blackwell in. Blackwell shoots. Save made. Blackwell on the rebound. He scores! Blackwell wins it in overtime. This series is tied. The house is a-rockin' tonight. Colin Blackwell got robbed earlier on in the game. He comes back to score the overtime GWG, and the Stars have tied the series. Colin Blackwell wins it for Dallas. The Dallas Stars win it in overtime by a score of 4-3. And this series is tied going back to Denver. The Stars, with a resilient effort, Dodonov tied it, and Blackwell ends it. My goodness. What a game. What a finish. Confetti all over the place. The Stars win it in overtime. We will have a Game 5 in this series. Game 3, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central, Ball Arena. Game 4 on Saturday, Ball Arena, 8:30 p.m. Central. We don't know the time for Game 5, but there will be a Game 5 in this series. The Stars win it in overtime. Colin Blackwell with the GWG. And wow, what a finish to this hockey game. The Stars win it in overtime on the rebound, Colin Blackwell. What a game. Well, that might be one of the best games I've ever commentated on this channel. The Dallas Stars win it 4-3 and have tied the series up at 1. Colin Blackwell with the GWG. From Max, good night. I'm a Stars fan and I love this. Stars win 4-3. Good night, everybody.